So, man, a lot of people accuse Manny Pacquiao of cheating. A lot of people accuse Manny Pacquiao of taking stuff. But shouldn't we start focusing on people that actually fail in drugs tests? We've just had Dylan White fail a drugs test. Tyson Fury's failed a drugs test in the past. Canelo's failed a drugs test. Povetkin's failed a drugs test. Any others that you can think of?
Luis Ortiz.
Luis Ortiz has failed a drugs test. Tony Yoka has failed a drugs test. We're not talking... We've already said Dylan White. We're not talking about small name fighters.
Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo, I've said him. We're not talking about small name fighters. We're talking about Billy Joe Saunders. We're not talking about small. We're talking about big names here that have failed drug tests, right? And we're accusing a Filipino guy that's never failed a drugs test just because he's good, just because he's doing stuff that others can't do, right? All of those guys are taking drugs. They failed drugs tests, right? What are they? Manny Pacquiao? Are they performing like Manny Pacquiao?
What I think what the issue was, where that period where he wasn't getting tested, that's wrong. Period. It doesn't matter. You cannot get
being tested. Every fighter athlete is being tested.
If he was being tested, then fair enough. Then if he
wasn't probably being tested extensively, like how they do that.
At the end, look, everyone should be tested the same. It can't. If he was making excuses that he didn't like blood or whatever, it pained him to do injections, then that's wrong. Because if all the other fighters, there should be a simple rule.
Even in this fight, he was tested in the Thurman fight, but it wasn't Barder testing. So he was definitely tested.
Listen, as long as the fighters are saying tested the same, it's on an even playing field. Fair enough. But if for example he's getting tested one way and he's getting tested the other way, one fighter's getting tested extensively and one fighter's getting tested just minor. That's not fair, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
But the thing is, why are we accusing Manny Pacquiao? He's never failed a drugs test. All these years,
I don't know,
but 30 years, no, but he hasn't. Has he ever failed a drugs test? Has he ever come out? Well, exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say. He's never failed a drugs test. But yet Manny Pacquiao is continuously being accused when there's other fighters, top name fighters, that are failing drugs tests. Shouldn't we start focusing on them and start thinking that, you know what, we've been accusing this guy and there's these other high profile names that are failing?
I also understand that, but you got to realize there's a lot of people under, cover taking drugs that we don't know about until they come out. Like no one knew about Gerald Miller, but until it came out.
Yeah, but Manny Pacquiao's been in the sport for 30 years. You know what I mean?
No, but what I think what the issue with Manny Pacquiao was when
it's the issue now. It's the issue now. People are still saying that he's cheating. He's juiced up.
No, you can't say he's cheating now because he's getting drug. He's been drug tested since the Mayweather fight. He's been drug tested because Mayweather bought that change. Mayweather said, "I'm not fighting you unless you take random blood and urine testing."
What I'm trying to say is that he
might have been clean. He might have been clean all that time.
Listen, the fact is, what I'm trying to say is he's been accused all his career. He's been most of his career, especially towards the back end, right? He got accused against Keith Thurman. There's been a lot of speculation about him cheating online, right? What I'm trying to say is that he's never failed a drugs test, whereas people like Dylan White, Tyson Fury, Canelo Alvarez, Billy Joe Saunders, Tony Yoka, Alexander Povetkin, Luis Ortiz, high-profile name fighters are failing drug tests. Shouldn't we start focusing on them and start saying, let's stop accusing a guy that's never failed a drugs test and focus on people that actually are and actually start handing out proper sentences to them so then the ones that are cheating, right, they won't cheat again. You see what I mean? I think that we're just concentrating on somebody just because he's really good and we think, oh, he's got to be cheating, rather than there are other guys that aren't as good as him that are actually failing drugs tests, right? We're accusing somebody of failing a drugs test just because he's good. That's why he's being accused, because he's doing stuff that... And there's many people that insinuate that he's cheating. But I just think it's wrong. And that's why
but I don't think it's to do with the fact that he's just good. Mayweather was good. Mayweather was even better than Pacquiao. But Mayweather, he was the one who brought in the random blood and urine testing. He was the one that, emphasized.
Yeah, but Mayweather never really got accused of taking drugs like Pacquiao. Pacquiao's been accused.
But that's because Pacquiao's kind of brought it on himself when he's refused. You can't refuse with these type of things.
He didn't refuse. Who said he refused? I don't know. He made a statement that I'm afraid of needles before the... I don't know what it was. But we don't know the ins and outs. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. We don't know at that point. But the fact is, he's had a 30-year career. He's never failed a drugs test. He must have been tested in those years. Canelo's had a shorter career.
But to be honest, now, I think, drug testing is more thorough now than it used to be.
Yeah,
And that's
but-
because people
But
have
he's been fighting now. He's fighting now.
Yeah. So now he's been, thoroughly drug tested, and there's nothing being found. So you can't accuse someone.
There's other fighters that are failing still.
Exactly.
So that means we need to stop accusing Manny Pacquiao and start accusing or start.
You can't accuse Manny Pacquiao of the Manny Pacquiao now, because you got to realize he's being tested just like any other fighter. So it's void.
What I'm trying to say is that we need to start testing. We need to start handing down strong penalties to people that are failing drugs tests. Right? Manny Pacquiao has never failed a drugs test. So we need to get off that hype train about him juicing or whatever, because he's never failed a drugs test. Let's start concentrating on people that are failing drugs tests. Dylan White's just failed a drugs test. Tony Yoka has failed a drugs test. Luis Ortiz, Alexander Povetkin, Canelo Alvarez, Billy Joe Saunders. Let's focus on these people that have failed drugs tests, not focus on somebody that we think might be taking it just because he's good or he's still fighting amazing. But I think we need to stop that. But leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.